What's good, people, and welcome back to another episode of Quackers TV, my favourite show, your favourite show, the world's favourite show. Today, we're going to be doing an experiment. We're going to be trying to show Man City and PSG that you can buy the Champions League. You just need the right gaffer in charge. And that gaffer today is me. So first signing with our 500 million, Heung-min Son. Next up, Luis Suarez. We're not looking at the Messi's, Neymar's and Mbappe's. That's where people are going wrong. You don't need that, you just need some good old-fashioned footballers. We're going to cheap out on the fullbacks. Maxi Aaron's at right back. Here though, we get a cheap one. Gianluigi Buffon. We'll give you a bit of a courtesy money, even though you said it's free, just because apparently you can't offer free as a transfer. I'm not massively shocked. I feel like you'd get a slap in the face if you went up to someone and said, I want your signing for free. So there you are. The first four signings for the Helsinki Revolution. Heung-min Son, Luis Suarez, Max Aarons and Gianluigi Buffon. The perfect mix of experience and youth, if I don't say so myself. Son, we all know how broken he is. Suarez, Champions League winner. Now we need that brick wall at the back. We need someone who's going to keep all of these 200, 300 million attacks at bay. Pau Torres, get in the club. 40 million, I'd rather have saved a bit of money maybe, but you've got to shell out for some big centre backs sometimes. I mean, you've seen City's defence, they finally got Ruben Diaz. Before that, embarrassing really, wasn't it, trying to watch John Stones play. Sign Ruben Diaz and suddenly John Stones is everything Harry Maguire wishes he could be. Next up, the other side. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his first name. Dejene, fast, tall, not actually that tall, but I'm going to pretend that I know anything about him and say he is tall, even though I'm pretty sure he's 5'11". But speaks Spanish, good chemistry with Pau Torres, that's what you're going to need at the back. Good experience as well to cover Max Aarons in our fullback line eventually. As you'll see, most of the good players only signed on a 1-year contract. So, basically I've got 1 year to see if I can buy the league. Next up on the wings. Kingsman, Kingsmill, Kingsley, Coman. Big game goal scorer. We've already got one broken player on foot. We need another. Musa Sissoko. You lot are thinking, is this guy dumb? Can someone find this lad's brain, because it's clearly leaking out of his ears? Musa Sissoko to try and win the Champions League? Are you mad? Don't you worry, Sadio Mane won't be booting at this guy's hand in the Champions League final this time. It's time for Mumu's revenge. So there's our next bunch of signings. Kingsley Coman, Pau Torres, Dankanan Dejene, however you pronounce that, and Musa Sissoko. It's a mixed bag, but we're going for efficiency over expensive, basically. Next up on the fullback, Nuno Mendes. And finally, we need a general. We need a lieutenant. We need a captain. Florian Neuhaus is a big game player. We need that man who is going to be in the heart of the midfield and drive the team forward no matter what. Our Roy Keane, our Patrick Vieira, our Vincent Kompany. The captain who's going to lead these troops through all of the hard times. And his name is Florian Neuhaus. And believe me when I tell you this, he is going to be a key player. Unfortunately, it left us with not much money, so I had to go for someone I recognise. Michael Elise. I know he can play the sort of ball we're going to be playing, and believe me, it is prime ball we're playing. It is quack attack football. He can go on the wing or in the middle, anywhere we need in the front three positions. That's what we need next to the boys. He'll grow into it, and believe me, he's going to get some goals for us. I have faith in him. We're finally going to train that right foot so that it literally has a point in being there in the first place. Because if any of you have watched my Leeds career mode, his right foot is about as pointless as glasses for a blind person. But boys and girls, that is the final signing for the team. It's about to take shape. Suddenly, the 60, 50, 70 rated players of HJK Helsinki, the small town in Iceland, they've got something to celebrate now. So, here we go. First game of the Champions League. Can the boys buy the Champions League? That is the question. We've had 500 million. It was more about 400 after all the wages. But anyway, first game up, and it isn't going to get much harder than this. Current holders of the Champions League, Bayern Munich. We're setting our mettle down straight away. If we can pull off a result here, if we can get them out of the groups, our job becomes a million times easier. But as you all know, that's always going to be easier said than done. And it isn't a good start for us. You can't give Robert Lewandowski that sort of space. You can't give Tommy Müller that sort of space. And suddenly, we're all thinking it. Quack fraud. But who is it? It's Michael Olise. Not Son, not Suarez, not Kingsmill Coman. Michael Big Game Olise. Now we need one more, but unfortunately we couldn't fight back. Tough result, but we move on. And it doesn't get much easier. I gave myself a challenge. I put myself in a tough group. This is why. Luis Suarez bangs against his old team. He celebrates because Luis Suarez, and we all know he's a bit of a prick. Musa Sissoko wearing the armband because he's going to lead his tour of redemption. 1-0 to the good fellas, boys. But you know I can't defend, so we're going to need more than that. First of the season for Suarez. Let's see if we can push on anymore. And as you can see, the clock is winding. There we go, boys. 3 points for HJK Helsinki against Barcelona. And we go on to Juventus. I ain't saying that fraudulent name, but you know what's not a fraud? Jungmin Son's 5-star weak foot. Past the keeper. We did a tactical change for this game. We decided to put Son up front, pull Suarez back to the cam position. Thought the extra pace up front would be crucial. Look at that. Suarez ain't getting on the end of that, but Sonny is. That is what makes Quackers outstanding as a manager. Now look at the link up. Suarez again, peeling off the striker after he drops back. This is Quackers management to a T. This is just outstanding management. He knew he made mistakes. He worked on it. You're all thinking, this guy's an idiot. He should easily have signed Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo. No, they're frauds. We don't want frauds. Fraud watch is in. It's confirmed they're all frauds. Son, fraud watch. Icon, Chad, Idolo. We better not lose whilst I'm talking up my players. Shit. Probably should have shelled out a bit more on the fullbacks. But if we did, we literally had to try and get a free transfer regen and left mid. But we come forward. Sonny. Oh! Has that man got eyes in the back of his head? And look who it is. Look who I said. The General. The Lieutenant. Florian Neuhaus. Big game. Big goals. Big player. Chesney absolutely no chance. When the Admiral comes forward, the ball goes in the net. It's just what happens. Look at the time. What a shock. 1 minute after added time, the referee suddenly swallowed his whistle and decided, we'll give Juve another attack. It doesn't matter though. Luis Suarez, Kingsmill Coman, this is why we sign him. Because he can score cheap goals against bad goalkeepers. I literally should have put PSG in this group instead of Barcelona just so he could go on a revenge tour of all these old clubs. But I thought I'd be nice. Because if I knock out all these pricks in the group stage, there'll be nothing left for me to face in the knockouts, and it just wouldn't be very fun to watch for you boys, would it? And that right there, boys, is why I speak with so much confidence. Sonny Jim cuts in, becomes Daddy Jim. Chesney no chance, 3-2 to the boys. We're top of the table. All we need is a win here against Bayern. All we need is to stop losing here against Bayern and we qualify top of the group. Kingsmill comes forward, easy into Son. We strike back. We keep our heads up, we keep fighting. Let's make this 2-1, boys. Let's qualify top. I really should probably have spent more on fullbacks. 85th minute, and Bayern get an absolutely jammy goal. Get the bread out, boys, because the jam is spread. Neuer absolutely going ballistic. They know they've qualified. And suddenly, that game against Barcelona at the very end becomes very, very important. If we lose, even if we draw and Bayern lose, we're out. Experiment over. Quackers TV, fraud confirmed. And if that does happen, I'm going to leave a black screen for the next 20 minutes just to trick you fools into thinking I did it. But I can hear Romano reporting and he's saying, here we go, so let's get into it. Boys, absolutely gutted. Bayern Munich overjoyed knowing they beat their biggest challenge they're going to face in the Champions League. They're delighted because they think if we can knock these lot out 2 times in a row, easy. But we fight. Nearly get that ball in, unlucky Kingsley. Dembele comes forward, somehow wins a header. Good save, Gianluigi. People said he's an old man, he ain't got it anymore. He's still taking his pension. No way. He's here to fight, he's here to save. But no. Bossa, the jammiest of jammy goals. Umtiti on his right. I've never been so agitated since about 2 episodes of my crew mode ago when Richarlison did the chicken dance. Barca nearly make it 2 and suddenly panic stations are at the door. The alarms are going. 80th minute. 1-0 down still. We need a miracle here, boys. We can't make subs. We couldn't afford subs. I spent all my money on Son and Suarez. And this is why Musa Sissoko comes forward, finds Kingsmill. It doesn't guarantee anything. We still need results to go our way. But that is a huge goal. It gives us a chance. And if there's a glimmer of light, if there's a small bit of sunshine coming in, you've still got to keep believing, boys. You've got to fight to make that glimmer of light brighter and brighter. And that's what Kingsmill Coman does. And just like that, Bayern Munich do their old pal CJ Quackers a favour. And we qualify second. On to the round of 16, where we'd get blessed. Somehow Lazio finished top of their group, so first game of the round of 16 will be against them. The boys are buzzing. Helsinki, Iceland, they've never felt this before. They can't wait, they're up for it. The thunderclap is roaring. And the Lazio players get caught snoring. Luis Suarez, what a finish. More curves than any big black woman you'll ever find on a certain dodgy adult website. Top bins, absolutely no chance for Thomas Strakosha. We're 1-0 up, at home, we're roaring, but we know we're at home. We can't afford to have any slips. This one can't slip. We come forward again. Good clearance, because they get up those scraps, mix them up and put them back in the recycling bin. Ball back in, onto Suarez, cuts it back beautifully. Michael, big game, big goal Elise. You all thought when I signed him, didn't you? He's absolutely messed this one up. He has bottled it. No, sir, Look at this football. Beautiful 1-2 between Elise. Makes that dart back in. Lee Strakosha, no hope. That's that 5-star weak foot, boys and girls. I should probably train him to have that in my career mode, because then he might be slightly less useless than he already is. But alas, we didn't. And we come forward in the second leg again. And we put it beyond doubt. We get that away goal. Lazio suddenly need 4 just to have some hope. Kingsmill Coman back in Italy, showing them all they got wrong about him. He would have thrived there like he does in Germany. Sonny, past 1, past 2. Good save, Strakosha. To be fair, that would have been a terrific goal. When you see Jason Denayer in the defence, though, you know you're pretty comfortable, to be honest, don't you? Comes out to Sonny, whips it back in. Oh, trouble in the village. Good defending, to be fair. Good defending. But could there be more to this? Strakosha absolutely wasting time. Bit of argy-bargy in defence, but Lazio are going to get this and come forward. Could there be hope left? 4 goals in 10 minutes? I don't think it's physically possible. You'd have to be the worst team in football history, but you never know. And with balls like that, if Lazio had been doing that longer, they might have stood a chance. But they're wasting time for us. Absolutely lovely lads that they are. Kingsmill Coman gets on the end of it, and this is what this team does. We strike back. Beautiful pass. At least he doesn't even need stamina. Look at that ball. Kingsmill Coman. 4-0. We're through to the round of 8, the quarterfinals. I don't even know what they call it anymore. It's so overcomplicated now. Doesn't matter though. Cracker's maybe an idiot who can't count, but he's a manager who can win you games, as you see there. Absolutely comfortable for the boys. 4-0 up. On to the next round. Will we be tested this time? That is the real question. It's Man City. There's a solid chance. Raheem Sterling actually scoring efficiently for once. But when you've got the attack we do, this game should be pretty straightforward for us. We've got Son against Man City in the Champions League. What could ever really be in doubt? Well, a lot really when De Bruyne bounces through and gets an ultimate team goal. Make it 4-4 for Sterling. But as I said, we've got Kingsmill Coman. We've got Heung-min Son in the Champions League against City. Easy. Easy goals. We have a 42-year-old keeper. He's on a redemption tour. We're going to get him that Champions League medal he's always earned. Juventus could never do it for him. PSG couldn't do it for him. Heung-min Son, he might just do it for him. Who would have thought? Buffon, all you need to do to absolutely get performances like this from Michael, big game, big goal Elise, was to go to Iceland. I'm sure many footballers would have done that years ago if they knew. Just go to Iceland, pick up a Champions League medal, go into happy retirement. It's the absolute dream, people. And speaking of dreams, we're about to come forward again. Could we be in dreamland? Well, if we are, wake me up please, because I feel like we'd score more often in dreamland. This better not turn into a nightmare. Luis Suarez finds Sonny. You don't give him that much room. I guess you do. Man City though, they're desperate for that equaliser. I don't know why. You can't give Kingsmill Coman that sort of space. The Kingsmen, they're an assassination group named after this lad. Imagine it. A footballer who's so deadly, a group of assassins named themselves after him. That's how good he is. I mean, look, he's coming forward again. He is deadly. It's efficient. It's lethal. He's bloodthirsty. He wants a Champions League medal. Quackers is getting the best out of Kingsmill Coman. No injury problems in sight. No hamstrings, no ankles. I thought, just for you ADHD kids, we can skip the second leg. 4-1 up. We're pretty comfortable. Didn't actually realise if Man City won 3-0 they'd go through, to be fair. But you'd hope with a £100 million defence we'd be able to keep 3 out. But I guess Liverpool probably hoped that as well when they conceded 7 to Aston Villa. First few minutes, I generally can't stand simulation on this game. So yeah, I just jumped result and we get a 1-0 loss. But as expected, we're through, onto the semis. You can see Liverpool get through to onto the semis and onto Atletico de Madrid. Look at them. How Felix, their star man, had absolutely zero interest in him for me. He ain't nothing compared to Suarez. We took their real star man. I mean, look at the season in real life. Suarez still has it. He'd gone down to 84 at this point because EA are fraudulent. Somehow, Buffon had stayed his rating at 42, but Suarez at 33 rather, had gone down. Sense, you can try and make some of it, because I'm struggling. Look at that team though, boys. World superstars playing in Iceland. Would you believe it? Also, I feel like I should just add context. I put them in the Premier League for Chelsea, just because no one really likes Chelsea. but also because I thought it'd be interesting to see kind of the balance, how it works out. And obviously they're a rest of the world team, so there isn't an Icelandic league. I don't know if Iceland have enough people in it to actually have an Icelandic league. I'd be quite interested to find out. But off the topic now, onto the game. Sunny Jim, beautiful little reversing. His right foot is just deadly. Rodrigo may have no right, but Son does. This is the sort of striker I need. Imagine if I had in my elite career mode, he'd be getting 100 a season. Rap got it so hard that it was unbelievable. But anyway, we're leaving it in because we make mistakes. And you people need to know, even perfect specimens like me can make mistakes, such as this. But it doesn't matter, because Correa's a bottle job. He sees Buffon in goal, pure masculinity saves the way. Good block there, to be fair. That's Atletico Madrid's defending at its best. But this ain't. Black to the rescue. But we don't stop again. We come forward. Good defending. To be fair for Atletico Madrid, they're holding on, but they can't hold on forever. I told you, the lad's got eyes in the back of his head. It's not fair. Suarez scores against his old team. The first of many, I'm sure. He's going to love celebrating against his old team. We come forward again. Big Michael Olise, 75 rated now. Whips it. Kingsmill, back. Suarez, flick. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. Suarez, you saucy little bint. You saucy little bint, you. I swear, if my mum was still alive, she'd come back just to give you a hug after that one. Beautiful finish. We come forward again. Sissoko into Son. I'm not even going to commentate. We know what's going to happen. When Son gets there, there's only one result. Atletico Madrid, they're meant to be the best defensive team in Europe. Some would say in history. Doesn't matter. Especially when you're giving away cheap penalties like that, Marquinhos. You're giving me a penalty. Me. The C in my name literally stands for clutch. What do you expect is going to happen? We line it up. Top bins. I don't care if the computer guesses your way immediately. This is going top bins. He's got no hope. Suarez at the hat-trick against his old team. Again, for all you ADHD kiddos over there, 5-0 up. We can skip the second leg. We nearly bottle it. And more so, thank God no one got suspended. Also, you might see, I actually played the real HJK Helsinki team there just because I thought it'd be quite funny. But this is the team that got us here. This is the team that got us to the final. Look at Son's rating. Unbelievable. That's why you signed Son instead of the others. Look at the growth. This is why we go for the young players on the wing backs position. Coman absolutely destroying the wing. Must be known as one of the best in the world already. On to the big one though, boys. The Champions League final. Liverpool versus HJK Helsinki. Who would have thought it? Virgil van Dijk against Iceland's best. I want to know what Kerry Katona is doing because she needs to be here watching her team in action. At this point, I'm sure we get a frozen food sponsorship because you'd be deluded not to be all after this team. I'm getting free ready-made meals sent to me on the daily, but I can't take bribes. I'm sorry. I'm Quacky TV. I'm straight on the up and up. But look at this, boys. Who would have thought it? Somehow fluked their way through Bayern. It would have been nice to play them again. They did embarrass us twice in the group stage. And I know some of you are going to be saying, oh, Quackers, if you played Bayern again, you'd have been knocked out. Well, shut up. Slap you in the face, you say that again. Look at those boys. So handsome. So ripped. So ripped. Look at Neuhaus. That is a leader. I'm pretty sure that's Pau Torres. But anyway, Gianluigi Buffon. He's got a point to prove. Mumu Sissoko. He's going to be keeping his hands down. Sadio Mane. He ain't going to be cheaply kicking it into Sissoko's hand. I'm an Arsenal fan. I still don't get how that was a penalty. The man literally punted it into the other guy's hand. If I could do that, I'd be doing it every day. Except I'm shit at football, so I'd miss and probably somehow score an own goal. That's the big one. Look at that team. No subs. This is our bare 11. If it goes to extra time, to say we're screwed would be an understatement. We've got to set up early. We've got to get our marker down straight away. And you know when you see Virgil van Dijk, it's not going to be hard. Here's the most ironic picture you'll ever see. The UEFA message against racism, because UEFA literally punish people more for basically everything than they do racism. But anyway, somehow we've got to break down this Liverpool team that, to be honest, absolutely embarrasses most top teams. They haven't signed anyone particularly important. It's basically the team you'd expect. Skriniar in for Matip, so they've only gotten stronger. But, what are they going to do against, I was going to call him the SS then, and I really should not call him the SS. Especially when our keeper is making saves like that and driving the team forward. Oh, you can't leave this amount of space. Suarez sees him, I see him, you see him. Suarez picks him. Sonny. I'm not even going to call him Son anymore because he is dad. That is what he does. I'm pretty sure he'd be known as the best player in the world after this performance in the Champions League this season, because he's been that good. And this is why we pick him over the Neymars, the Mbappes. Also, because if I bought Mbappe, the rest of my team would be League 2 players who work at home base in their spare time. Alisson, absolutely no shot. 1-0 to the boys, but we need to pile on. We know what Liverpool do. And what Liverpool do, I said do, is leave space at the back. Max Yaren's flying forward, beautiful passing. What did I tell you about Florian Neuhaus, the Admiral? He leads the team by example. That's why he doesn't need the armband. He's our captain. He doesn't need the armband to be a captain. He's just an inspiration. You know how you all type in Eric Thomas videos to try and get motivation? Just watch Florian Neuhaus play. He's the reason we're here. We see him on the training ground and we just cry on the sidelines. He's such an inspiration. What a man. And my God, is he a handsome chap too. 2-0. Liverpool finally try and show something at this point, but we've got just an unreal defence at this point. Pau Torres, the brick wall. We come forward. Wait, what? That's not us coming forward. I'm not used to this. The team's attacking us? What? Doesn't matter. We've got Big Gianluigi. Sala, have another go. We've got Big Gianluigi. Doesn't matter. 2-0 up, 1 half to go, and boys and girls, we're on the attack again. Jungmin Son driving down the wing. He sees Kingsmill. Surely he's peanutted it. To be fair, he does have peanut hair, so it makes sense. They smashed one in the box, but our defence is just unreal. Our keeper on a mission. He's failed too many times at this stage. It ain't happening again. Don't know what this set piece was meant to be for them, but somehow it's actually ended up with a chance. Trent bottles it. You know who doesn't bottle it? I guess he does bottle it, to be fair. But Kingsmill Coman, Luis Suarez, the Admiral, fine Sonny Jim, Daddy Jim, 3-0. I'd love for this to be more dramatic, but all the dramas in the group stages, to be honest, this knockout stage has been a breeze. I don't know if it's because I'm a management genius, or because everyone else just bottled it, or it was the pure handsomeness and intimidation that comes with Florian Neuhaus. But, as you can see, boys and girls, you can buy the Champions League. This is all difficulty, by the way. Hardest difficulty you can get. I'm just that amazing. I should stop sounding like a narcissist, because it's going to stop sounding like jokes soon enough. But anyway, look at that. 3-0 to Helsinki. We're buzzing. You're probably buzzing that you get to close this video now and get rid of my annoying voice. But, I mean, this has been very interesting to say. If half of this team has already signed up to other teams on a free transfer, because I didn't have any money to renew their contracts, to be honest. So basically what it's saying, if you completely ignore the league while we finished 15th, except you're only going to have the players for one season, because we're HJK Helsinki, a team in Iceland. No offence to Iceland, but I don't know how many people love living there. I feel like everyone from Iceland seems really lovely, but it's very cold. And I don't mind the cold, but Iceland's very cold. It's literally called Iceland. This is going to be really awkward if they end up from Finland or something. Let me just check where Helsinki actually is. So, may have said Iceland the whole time. I may have meant Finland. Gonna pretend it was part of the joke now. Haha, Quack has got you. Hee hee hee. Anyway, look at the boys. Such an inspiration. Musa Sissoko, after all that waiting, after all that time, as a loser, he finally gets to do it. He finally gets to lift the Champions League like he deserves. The Moo Moo rides again. HJK Helsinki, the team of Finland. Imagine ever thinking they went from Finland. Helsinki's in Finland, for those of you who don't know. It's Finland. As I always knew. Look at the 7 fans we have there. Absolutely buzzing. We're the Champions League winners. What more can you really say? Absolutely outstanding performance from the boys all year round. Kingsmill Coman, big game, big goals. Michael Elise played 1,000,000 times over his rating. Put him as 100 rated because that's what he deserves. Suarez showed everyone he still has it. Sonny, Jim, what can you say? Does not miss. That midfield two, Musa Sissoko and Neuhaus, the engine room, could not be more stereotypical an engine room either. 2 powerhouses driving the team up the pitch. Pau Torres and Dejene, brick wall at the back. The young boys in the fullback positions, Maxi Aarons, Nuno Mendes, your typical career mode youth prospects. They became more than youth prospects. They became men in this save. They became men in this series. And then finally, Gianluigi Buffon. Look at that trophy. First time I've ever won the Champions League. First time Buffon's ever won the Champions League. It's like I planned it. You can see the stats as we go through for the season. Finally get there in the end. Son absolutely may have been average as you like in the Prem. But in the Champions League, him and Suarez, you weren't going to find a better combination. Again, making sure not to call him the SS. Kingsmill Coman, he didn't get as many as you'd hope for an 87 rated player, but when he bagged, it mattered. Florian Neuhaus again, bags when it mattered. He held back, he was like, I know how good the rest of my team are, I'll let them play. But when it mattered, he came flying in. Elise, what can you even say about that young man? Just an absolute baller from start to finish. 74 rated is just fraudulent. He deserves more. Big Moo Moo Sissoko, 31 years of age, the heart and soul, Maxi Aarons, the little man who could, even if he did nearly get us knocked out in the group stage. Dankanam, the Jene, the wall. We got to find the rest for some reason, even though I sorted it by ability, it didn't load. Here's Nuno Mendes. I feel like he must be well known by now. Pau Torres, again, one half of the brick wall. Unbelievable. There he is though, the man who finally achieved his dream. And that, boys and girls, brings an end to the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Quack us out and run the propaganda.